Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm just messing on, sitting in the silence, as you do. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Dion. Just checking this iPad as I normally do. Nice to see you all joining me. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Jackie from Redcar. Hi, Ran. Hi, Philip. Hi, Karen. Right, there we go. iPad's running. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Julie. Hi, Elaine. Oh, hang up. Hi, Chris. I can give you a wave. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Anne. My iPad must be playing properly tonight. It's allowing me to give you all a little wave there. It stopped doing that last week. It's weird, isn't it? Absolutely weird. Right, so good evening, everybody. My name's Irene, for those of you who don't know me. And welcome to the live mini readings, because that's what they are, little mini readings to get us through the week or through the day, or whichever way you want to look at it. All I ask you to do is to keep liking and sharing the post. The more people who join in, the better it is. Dion's off on the mark. I haven't asked you to pick a number yet, because I start us off before we go any further. I normally pick your first number, or your first card. And what I'm asking people to do is to like and share the post, put your location in, where you're from, and where you come from. Put that down for me. I'll give Sandra a wave. Hi, Tracy, and give you a wave as well. So last night we had our little meeting in the Zoom room, which I thought went really well. There was a couple of you who couldn't get into that room. So I will send you an email apologising because you couldn't get in. I don't know why you couldn't get in, but you couldn't get in. But it was a shame because, personally, I thought it went really well. To my friends Linda and Chris, who both come and joined us as well to do them. So yeah. So without further ado, I'm gonna pick your first card out. We'll see where we go, see which card jumps out at me. There's quite a few, they're jumping all over me here. But yeah, it's been a lovely day today, and it has. So I've sat outside in the sun for a bit. Oh, thank you very much, Vicky. I think Chris went to you, didn't he? Yeah, I think Chris came to you with your picture. Hiya, Susan. Now, Susan, I think you left the room last night, and I did pick your picture, I believe. So I will send you an email tomorrow, my lovely. Okay. So apologies again, because I do believe you couldn't get into the room last night. So all I can do is apologise for that. Up the road, yeah, around the twist and around the bend, I think, yeah. Right, so folks, without further ado, let's go for your first card. First card that came out the pack is this one, okay? And we're in the anchor, all right? As I look at the card, I do believe, what do I believe? What do I believe? Hey, Tracy. Let me have a think. What do I believe as I look at the card? I feel a little bit unsteady with this card. So I do believe where somebody here on the earth plane is a little bit uncertain about something that's going on around them at the minute, and it's a bit topsy-turvy, okay? So I do feel you could get in but no sound. I don't know whether that was technical on your side then, Susan, because I do know there's a sound button what you've got to click or connect your audio. I'm not sure. Chris is more clued up on it, but I think that's what you have to do, because it happened to me a few weeks ago. So I'll just give these a little wave. Right, so this is a card I've chose, and I do feel I feel a little bit unsteady, like I said, and a little bit uncertainty, where there's something going on around me at the minute that I'm a little bit uncertain about and unsure about, okay? Because I do feel as though in certain circumstances, I feel as though the rug's being pulled out from underneath my feet. And I do believe it's a bit like upside down, topsy-turvy. Everything's happening at once. And that's how I feel as I look at this card, okay? The year. Now, this is really, really strange for me because normally I don't do years or dates. And it's a date I can remember myself. Maybe that's why I've been given it there. But the year 1947 comes into this, and I don't know where I'm making this connection with the 1947. So I'm either 19 or I'm 47, or I want that year 1947 that connects. Because I do believe there's lots and lots of uncertainty, and I just don't know where I want to be at the minute. I don't know which way to turn. I'll just drop the card. The card's just done one. It's just totally left my hands and flung it. So I'm going under the table for the vodka, even though I cannot see the card. I've lost the card. My lord, there it is. Right, so we're off. Going to be off to a good night, I think. Hi, Debbie. So I'm upside down with this. So does anybody understand that year, 1947? Does it connect with anybody? So the year 1947, we're looking at what is it, 72 years, 73 years ago? That's what I'm looking at. That's the date I'm looking at. So I'm looking at, oh, bless you. Right, and your husband connects, and Philip Garbett, right, 1947. Does it make sense to you, Philip, as well as Anne? Good evening, Catherine. I keep having to lean forward there because I've got two links going on. Right, so I'm aware I have got a gentleman spirit side of life. I do know I have got a gentleman spirit side of life. And I am aware he does come in, and that date or that date of birth, it means something. Brilliant, Philip. And Joanne, please listen, it does mean something. This gentleman comes in with a great deal of love, but he comes in, hi, Leanne. He comes in with a lot of anxiety, and I keep wanting to put my hand over my mouth. So whether I've got issues around this area here, or I want to put my hand over my mouth, in other words, just shut up, okay? Just keep stum about what's going on, where the situation is. That's what I'm having to say to you, okay? There's also somebody here on the earth plane as well as spirit side of life. He puts a lot, I feel as though I'm numb from the waist down over here. So, oh, bless you. I believe it was this gentleman. Hi, Beverly. Philip or Anne, does this mean anything to you where somebody would be paralysed from the waist down over? Because this is the feeling this gentleman puts on me. And I can't go any further with this until I get a bit of feedback off either one of you there, please. Because this is what he puts on me. It's a feeling he gives me. And I do feel as though I am paralysed from the waist down. Right, Philip, you're saying no. What about you, Anne, please? Are you saying no, Philip, to the being paralysed, or no to the gentleman? If you put no to gentleman, that's fine. If you put no to the paralysed, that's fine. Then I know which one you mean. But this is the condition he puts on me there. I nearly swore there as well, please. Hi, Anne. But yeah, that's what he puts on me. And I know the 1947 is really significant. Right, thank you, Philip, for that acknowledgement there. But that's how I feel. So whether I was in a wheelchair before I passed and I didn't have much, you couldn't walk with the illness. I don't know. I just feel as though I'm paralysed. I can't move my legs. That's how I feel, okay? And I can't take that off. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Yvonne from sunny Norway. But yeah, that's how I feel. That's what he puts on me, so I can't take that feeling off. But I am going to say there's lots of uncertainty here on the earth plane. There really, really is. And I have to say, where he kept putting my hand over my mouth was as if to say, keep stum about where a situation's concerned, because things have a funny way of turning themselves around the other way around, right? So I'm upside down again. So I am going to say there is lots of things going on here on the earth plane, and he comes in to say to you, just keep quiet about the situation. Don't put fuel to the fire. It'll fizzle out. It'll fizzle out, and that's what I have to say to you. Okay, it will fizzle out. He talks about the November month as well, so I have to mention November month to you. Um, but I'm also going to say to you as well, please. There's before I put the card back in the pack. I want where there would be a memory where somebody would have had the collar felt off a police officer. Okay. What's use of his legs and uncertainty? Okay, so right, he talks about hiya Val. He talks about where somebody would have had the collar felt, and I feel as though this is a past memory where somebody would have had the collar felt, obviously from police, but I believe there's memories there as well. But he does say keep quiet about the situation because things have a funny way of turning out, right, folks? I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to ask you to punch your numbers in and keep liking and sharing. But even though I'm asking you to punch your numbers in, I am aware I've got another gentleman here stood at the side of me. And, oh, bless you. Oh, God, I've got one eye here, literally one eye, okay? I've got a gentleman stood at the side of me who keeps popping his eye out, okay? So I've got a glass eye. So if there's somebody who's watching who could understand the gentleman with the glass eye, please give us a yes down there, because it's not nice to see that the way he keeps bringing it in and I keep wanting to chuckle, but at the same time I'm wanting to pull myself away from him because he keeps taking his eye out. So this gentleman would have had a glass eye. So if anybody can understand where the gentleman is who had the glass eye, please give us a yes down the bottom and acknowledge him for me. I believe he comes in on a fatherly vibration as well. Okay, and I believe he's been spirit side of life no longer than, I'm going to say, how long? Oh, 10 years comes into this, and I don't know whether that's how long he's been there, but he talks about this glass eye where he would have wound kids up or he would have scared the kids with a glass eye. Hiya, Chris. Might bring you on in a minute, Chris. So if anybody can understand the gentleman who I'm talking about so far, can you give us a yes down the bottom? Just so I know what I'm talking about. Hang on. Pauline Murray, you're saying yes. You're on the other side, see? Right. So, Pauline, are you saying yes to the gentleman with his glass eye and where he would take that glass eye out and he would frighten the kids with it? Because that's how I feel. That's what I feel as I'm doing. I'm like running for cover because he's chasing us with a glass eye. And I believe he lost his eye. Oh, I believe it was in a work-related accident or something to do with an accident, or it didn't get seen to quick enough, and I had to have it taken out. So Tracy, you're saying yes as well. That's how I feel, okay? That's how I feel with it. And he is he is quite funny, but at the same time, he was quite intimidating as well. That's how I feel with him. I'm like, oh, hang on, what's he playing at here? But at the same time, it's like whether he would have spoke about the three wise monkeys, or there's somebody here on the earth plane that talks about see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, because that's what he keeps saying to me: see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. So there is somebody here on the earth plane who says that. So I've got to keep quiet. I'm not to tell people what I'm seeing, okay? I'm just got to keep hold of things for myself. Now, he talks about where finances or something to do where money is, okay? And I'm not saying he was tight. That's fine, Paula. Sometimes I get things wrong. So the number 10, it could be where the number 10 is significant, whether it's a date of birth or a month, okay? So if I've got that 10-year passing wrong, that's my fault because I haven't heard him right, okay? So I won't blame anybody else apart from me for that. But if you can understand the October month, and you, Tracy, you have the monkeys, that's fine. But he talks about where money is. So whether the money side of things, I've got big concerns, or I'm not. There's concerns where money is. There's lots of concerns or issues where money is. Okay, so I believe there's more money going out than what's coming in. But he talks about when he was here on the earth plane, I'm not saying he was tight, but his trouser pockets were stitched up a bit. He had really, really long pockets and short arms. That's what I need to say because that's what he puts in my mind there. So that's what I'm going to say. I need to mention the name of Mavis as well, please. So if anybody can understand the Mavis who's connecting with this gentleman, I have to mention Mavis, Spirit Side of Life, okay? And that's where I'm going with it. The number I've chosen was 22, okay? The number 22. That's what I want, 22, but I have to mention the name of Alan as well. So I've got the name of Mavis and I've got the name of Alan that connects with this gentleman with the one eye. And I want to call him Bong Eye or Pop Eye. These are the names he keeps putting in my head. So they're the names that are going to come out my mouth. Hi, Linda, you're late again. You should have been here earlier. Could have got up on here with me. I just might pull you up on it yet. Right. So he talks about... Right, he talks about revenue, he talks about income tax. So I know there's something to do with tax or inland revenue, okay? So whether I've got issues or whether I worked at the inland revenue or something to do with inland revenue with taxes. That's what he puts in my mind. So that's what I'm going to mention, okay? So if that resonates, give us a yes. Don't mind if it doesn't, but that's what I have to give you. That's what I'm going to say. The number 22 also came up, okay? So that's a number and there's the card. It's the card I need to choose. And I think that's Jane. And Elaine Hamilton, you chose 22 as well. So there's the 22, okay? So keep listening where this gentleman's concerned and where this card's concerned, because I've got a feeling they're both going to tie in, okay? So that's what I'm going to say to you. I am going to say there is news. You're just back, you got kicked off. Oh, bless you. I don't know what's going on, my love. So, that's the card I chose. That's the card, 22. So, I do know there's going to either be news of a pregnancy or a baby, okay? I do know that because it's there. But where this gentleman concerned as well, he kept talking about twins. So I don't know whether I wanted twins, spirit side of life, or twins coming here to the earth plane. Either way, I need to mention twins, okay? So I believe whether I want them upstairs and downstairs, that's what I'm going to say. I'm also going to say there's time for renewal and time for new beginnings, okay? So it's whereas... Oh, it's where we've gone full circle. That's what I have to say. We've gone full circle, and now's the time for change. Now's the time to get off that circle, the wheel, and move forward with your life. That's what I have to say, and that's what this card's screaming out at me, okay? I have to change the way I think of things, change my outlook. But I do know there's definitely new beginnings there, new horizons, and I do know there's loads and loads of changes. It's a bit like I'm feathering my own nest at the minute. I'm looking after number one, and that's what you should have been doing from day one, and that's what this gentleman makes me aware of as well. The name of David comes in. Now, I know David is a very familiar name, but I have to mention David. But I also want a surname of Lawson. There's Lawson here as well, okay? So remember, I brought them names forward. If that connects to you or resonates, that's what I have to say to you. But there's big changes where your workplace is, and there's news of pregnancies where there's two. I need two children, so I want twins. I want them upstairs, and I'm going to say I want them downstairs as well. So there's twins this side of life, and there's twins coming to the earth plane. If you aren't aware of it, remember I've said it. The month of July is also very, very significant, and I have to bring that month in. I'm also going to say as well where I've got kids here on the earth plane where they're running circles around me and keep getting all their own way. But now it's the time to put your foot down. Now it's the time to put your foot down. That's what I have to say to you. I'm being told to say this. So where this gentleman connects and where this card, the 22, connects, take on board what was said there, please, and take this gentleman's love. Hi, Donna. Take this gentleman's love with you, and remember what I've said there are changes. You need to go with these changes, get off that cycle and just move forward, okay? Plow forward. remember about the twins. Don't forget about the twins and the surname of Lawson and the name of David as well. Okay, so remember I brought them forward for you. Right, yo, folks, we're going to go again. Keep liking and sharing. Right, keep liking and sharing. Oh God, baby sauce. Don't know what I'm looking at here. I really don't know what I'm looking at. But I'm being shown some stupid images. So yeah, well, I'm thinking they're stupid. They make me chuckle. So can you start punching your numbers in again? Which is, thank you very much for that. Keep liking, sharing the post. The more likes, the more shares, the better we get. Right. So I'm laughing, and I'll tell you for why I'm laughing. Because I want a connection with either a Viking who would have worn the Viking helmets. And the Norseman. And I don't know whether the Viking is a Norseman or a Saxon, but I know I've got that connection. So I want really rural connections where I would have wore the hat of a Viking. Okay. So somebody likes to get dressed up, and I've got them spirit side of life. And I believe they would have been in the arts or performing arts, but that's where I believe I need to be. And that's what they keep showing me, so that's what I'm bringing forward. So if anybody can understand what I'm talking about, give me a yes, please, because it's really hard work, this, you know. It's hard work finding out where it needs to be, but I have got the performing arts behind me. I'm dressing up as a Viking, a Norman, or a Saxon. Helen, what we're doing, my lovely, is you choose a number randomly, 1 to 72, and the random reading's what we're doing, darling. So if you pick a number from 1 to 72, there's no guarantee I'll choose that number, but we're doing random readings. So you need to put your number in. So if anybody can understand the Viking or somebody who works in the performing arts, give us a yes. I'm just waiting for the comments to move because I've got stuck. They've got stuck. So I'm waiting for somebody to just acknowledge what I've just said. Performing arts. Somebody must work in the performing arts. Somebody's got something to do with the performing arts. I know they have. Right, so people were getting chucked out here now. My things just got stuck. Right, so I am looking for the performing arts. Somebody works or does something with the performing arts. I'm saying now we're in the arts, right? Performing arts. Anybody acknowledging it so far or not? No? Right, hearts are like going wild again. Yeah, everything's going funny, isn't it? Right, you don't know about working in the performing arts, but our lad has a Viking tattoo on his leg. Right, you know a lot of people, shows who've died. Right, Vicky, would you understand then? Please listen to me. I'll talk to you for a minute. Hiya, Karen. I've seen you for ages. Right, so I do know I've got Vikings, and I do know they're dressing up, and I do know it's performing arts. I can't change that. I know that for a fact because that's what they're showing me. Okay. I'm also going to say to you as well, Vicky. Would the name? I know we've just had the gentleman with the one eye, but would Popeye mean anything to you via a nickname or Olive and Popeye the Sailor Man? Because that's what I'm being told and that's what I'm being shown as well. Okay. Right, Tracy, you keep listening as well for me then, my love, because I talk about Popeye as well. So whether somebody here on the earth plane has a nickname of Popeye, but that's what I need to bring forward as well. But I do know I have got a gentleman spirit side of life who comes in with an awful lot of love. Okay, he comes in with an awful lot of love here on the earth plane, and I do believe. Oh, bless you. I do believe whether I did I or didn't I? I think I did like. Sorry, folks, I'm arguing with myself here. This gentleman makes reference to where, right, Vicky, you've got a relative olive. Brilliant, thank you. Would you understand, Vicky, where, I don't know whether I want it with this gentleman or whether I've got somebody else stood behind me here, where I would have drank a little bit too much because I feel a bit giddy. I feel as though I've over-excelled myself and I'm just a little bit tipsy. That's how I feel. It's a cheap night out for me because I'm getting drunk without even spending a penny, if that makes sense to you. But even though I'm saying spending a penny, there would have been memories where we would have gone in these toilets in Redcar where you would have had to put a penny on the seat or a penny in the door to get into to go and spend a penny. I want memories where that's concerned as well. I'm also going to say to you as well, Vicky, I want over the last 12 to 16 months, because I'm going back over with this, I want where I've been quite emotional, but there's been big changes around you, okay, and you're asking for something else to do. You're looking for something else, so you're looking for more changes. Now, does that make sense? If it does, Vicky, give me a yes down the bottom because the feed's just stopped, so I'm just waiting for it to catch us up. We've got a lagging going on, it's lagging. The number, while we're waiting for Vicky to answer me, or Tracy to answer me there, as I go hello, might make it move. If it makes it move. There you go, I'm moving on my end. I need Vicky to answer me. Sort of. Hang on. We don't do sort of. We don't do sort of, Vicky. It's got to be either is or isn't, okay? So I believe. Would you understand where this gentleman would have passed spirit side of life with a condition around his heart area? Because that's how I feel. My heart's pumping out my chest here. You can take it, Tracy. Brilliant. So, and that's how I feel. And I know I'm talking to two ladies here. But please, please, please keep listening. But yeah, he comes in with a great deal of love, but he talks about changes, right? So I want changes here on the earth plane, and there's going to be changes, okay? There is going to be big changes, bigger than what you first thought there are going to be, and that's what he makes me aware of. He does this, he rubs his hands as he comes in, and he's going, yes, it's about time. Yes, it's about time. He also puts where there's changes of a car, something to do with a car there as well. So whether I've been having problems or issues with a car, he's saying, I'm going to change it. That's what he says to me. There's changes where an automobile is. So whether I'm going to go and purchase another one or I'm trading my old one in. Either way, there's something to do with the car there. The number 11 is what I've pulled out the park. Okay, so the number 11, I have to mention as well. September month goes in, so I have to mention the September month as well. Now I know we're in September, but I want September month past, okay? So whether there's I want memories of a passing or something around the September because it takes me back with this, okay? Yvonne, if you can take it as well, that is absolutely fantastic. And he's got the Viking hat as well. Brilliant. So please, please, please keep acknowledging this. Sometimes this is the way spirit will work. We'll split it off into 3 and every one of you will take a section of it. So the number 11 is significant as well. So that's a card. You bought a car 3 weeks ago. Brilliant. That's a card I've chosen. It's number 11. So I am going to say where this card is. I can be quite solitude, I can be quite stubborn, and I can be quite set in my ways, okay? And I feel as though I need room for change here because I need to be pushed over and said, look, come on, it's time to change. It's time to make... oh, bless you. Thank you very much, Tracy. But yeah, I get quite... I'm quite on my own, solitude, and it's like... I don't need to be on my own, but it's a choice I've made or a choice I've chosen to be on my own. But I'm being told to say to you from the card and from Spirit Side of Life, you need to get out more. You need to get out more and mingle more. And I know we've got COVID going on, but it's doing you no good by being at home by yourself and not interacting with people. And that's what the card says to me. And this is what I'm being told to say from Spirit Side of Life. All I can hear as well is the song I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. And I believe this is the lady stood behind me who's blown these bubbles. But she has blown the bubbles and they're going all over. So whether I've got a bubble machine or there's a party going on here on the earth plane that needs to be celebrated, but I've got a bubble machine or there's memories of a bubble machine. Oh, I need this bubble machine with this lady. Because that's all I can hear. All I can hear is I'm forever blowing bubbles. But I need to get out more. I need to mingle more, and I need to socialise. Okay, because the isolation isn't doing my mental health any good. That's what I have to say to you. I am aware there has been a lot of tears, a lot of upset. Okay, I'm aware of all of that. But yeah, this lady comes in and she's, oh God, my Lord. Very strong in energy, very strong in energy. And she comes in with a great deal of love as well here on the earth plane. Right. I either want the name of Jacob or the flower, Jacob's ladder. Now, all them gardeners out there, you should know what Jacob's ladder is. Them who don't, it won't be for you. But yeah, I've got the name, either the name of Jacob or Jacob's ladder. That's what I want. Now my feet stopped moving up here, so I'm waiting for some confirmation or somebody to catch up with me because I've leapt ahead, miles ahead. Right. Anybody accepting this lady? Push it up now. I'll just sit here and sing. I want to do Adele. We're a bit slow tonight with this machine. There we go. So I know we're working because when I put it in, it comes up. There we are. So I'm waiting just for the confirmation with the lady. Hi, Chelsea. I've seen you for a while, my love. Right. So nobody accepted me, lovely lady who I've got. Oh, there we go. She's on the floor. Right. You've got a grandson called Jacob. Would you understand the name of Miles or Giles as well, please? Giles. Giles. Okay, Chelsea, thank you very much. Right, so the lady I've got with me, she does sing I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. I don't believe I'm that old with her. She comes in really strong in stature, really strong in energy. And I do believe I want a motherly vibration as she comes in, okay? She talks about where she lost quite a lot of weight before she passed Spirit Side of Life. And I do believe I had a cancerous type condition. I'm not saying it was cancer that took her, but I do believe there was a cancerous type condition there with her. Okay, but she lost a great deal of weight. She tells me she went to a bag of bones. But when she was here, it's your Auntie Yvonne, right? When she was here, she was, I am going to say she was the life and soul of the party, because that's how I feel with her, okay? And I do believe your son is Miles. Right, hiya Melissa. Brilliant. Right, so I probably haven't moved from you yet, Yvonne. I haven't finished where I started, because you did come in with these two gentlemen where I was talking about earlier. Right, so she talks about their place. Yvonne, would you understand why she makes reference to a beauty salon or somebody talks or going to get beauty work done? She talks about plastic surgery or something to do. Somebody's talking about getting some work done, if it makes sense to you. Because that's what she puts in front of me. She puts plastic surgery in front of me, okay? And she talks about where somebody's going to get some work done. But she tells me before she passed Spirit Side of Life, she would have been the life and soul of the party. But she puts this serious face on me now. She's saying, all fun set aside, it's now time to sort our lives out. And that's what I feel as I need to say to you, my love. It's time to get things in order. Because I feel as though it's been a bit habdashery. That's what she says to me, hit and miss. And it's as if my concentration isn't on one thing. I keep jumping from one thing to the other thing. Right, just remember I've said it, Yvonne, please, because that's how I feel. I feel as though I need to get my life set in order, and that's how she brings it in. So remember I brought that forward. If it's not for you personally, it could be somebody you touch upon, and you will hear about this plastic surgery, okay? So that's what I'm going to say to you. I'm going to leave this lady's love with you, and I'm going to say God bless and thank you very much for communicating with me there. But take that information with you. You can always come back another night and tell me, Irene, you were wrong. It hasn't happened. But 9 times out of 10, it will. Okay, it will happen. Yeah, you need to sort it out, my love. And she comes in with that energy to help you, okay, to help you move forward. And that's what she comes in with. So take this lady's love and take her energy and apply it where it needs to be done, okay? Right, folks, start punching your numbers in again. We're going to go again. Ugh, I keep choking myself with this wire. Chris, are you still on? Because if you're right, you can jump on here and do us one. Christopher, where are you? Your open circle doesn't start at 7:30, mate. Where are you? Chris, where are you? And I keep shouting for Chris. But I do believe. Do I believe it or not? No. Right. Right, I have got a connection with. Anybody watch oh God, I can't even remember his name. And I should be able to remember his name, but I can't. But I know what I mean. I want right, Lisa Brown, your brother is Christopher. Right. Lisa Brown. Where you saying your brother is Christopher, would you understand the connection with the HGV driving? Or somebody would have worked on a switch? Because that's what I can hear. I've got all the Daft songs in my head. I'll tell you what I'm hearing. It's control. This is 6-7 here. Would that make sense to you, Lisa? Where somebody would be in connection with HGV driving? Because that's what I feel as though I need to mention. I have to count these cards now, and I can't count and talk at the same time. I'm out of practice. I should do them all in, I don't know, shouldn't I? Lisa, did you understand what I've said about the HGV driver? No. Right, so I want somebody whose connection with a HGV driver or somebody would have worked in a taxi rank, working on a switch. Because that's what I've got stuck behind me. Not in that sense, but they're the memories that's been given to me there. So I want somebody who would have CB radios. That's what I'm after. Lost count now. Right. Lisa May. Right, your dad was a driver all his life, right, Val? So Lisa Brown, what's my mean? My what? Hiya, Claire. Right, your dad drove taxis. That's Vicky. Your dad drove taxis, right? All I can hear is control. This is 6-7 here. Your mum used to work in a taxi office years ago. So you're all saying no to me, but you really mean to say yes, don't you? Because that's what you do, don't you? You just torture me. So it's like that's what I can hear. Is control 6-7 here, okay? And it's like I worked on a CB or I worked on a switchboard, and I'm telling people where to go, or it's to do with driving. Hi, Anita, it's to do with driving or wherever, okay? So that's what I'm aware of, and I know John is a very familiar name. I know John is a very, very familiar name, but I need the name of John, spirit side, not here on the earth plane. I want it spirit side. Hi, Alison, you keep listening as well. Right, and you talked about this today. Right, so I'm going to talk to quite a few of you here, Anna. So I need the name John, Spirit Side of Life as well, okay? And that's what I'm after, because that's what I'm being given there. And I am aware, I've got really stained fingers of cigarettes. Okay, so I've got really bad stained nicotine fingers here, and I want it with the gentleman spirit side of life. That's where I need to be. And I can hear him control. This is 6-7 here. So as I'm talking about the control thing, I believe there's somebody here on the earth plane that's trying to take control of a situation what they've got no control over. And as daft as that sounds, that's how it comes in, and that's how he makes me feel. So I believe this gentleman is somebody's dad, because he comes in like this. Okay, so I believe I'm directly in, straight in with a family there. I believe I'm in my late 60s when I pass spirit side of life. Late 60s. Keep listening, Lisa, because funny things have happened at sea. Would any of you ladies who were saying yes to me understand the name of Fred? I need Fred as well. I know what, right? Do I though? Right. Now, I don't even know where this is going or where I'm going at all with this. So I'm just going to say as it comes in, okay? So I need a surname of Wilson. Right, your dad's 68. Would the surname of Wilson mean anything to any of you lovely ladies who can understand what I'm saying so far? Wilson. Yes to Fred. Right, keep listening. Keep listening, Alison. And everybody else, please keep listening. Right, so and Lucy are saying yes to Fred as well. Right. I'm just trying to narrow it down. That's all I'm trying to do here, folks. So I'm asking for a bit more information. So when I'm going quiet, it's just because I need to. Right. I've got a connection. I have got a connection with Redcar Racecourses here. So I don't know whether I want a memory or somebody would have worked at the races. That's where he takes me. That's where I'm being given at the minute. So if you can understand that, right, you say no to Wilson, right, but could you anybody understand the memory to Redcar Racecourse? Or I believe I worked at Redcar Racecourses. Race course. That's where I believe I did. But anyway, that's what comes in. Right, so I am going to say where I'm going with the races. Okay, I know I like a bit of a gamble. I know I like a bit of a flutter. Right, I know I like a bit of a flutter, but I believe there's somebody here on the earth plane that's doing too much fluttering and not enough surveying. Okay, so I've got to weigh the situation up. He puts a paper in front of me, and it's like I'm weighing the odds up. I'm seeing where I should be going. So somebody's etching the bets here on the earth plane. And it's like I'm chasing my backside where money's concerned, and that's how he makes me feel. So I'm etching me bets to see which is going to work out better for me, okay? So he says, well, my finances are sit down and do the study and do your own work first before you start throwing good money after bad money. That's what I have to say to you. Something's a little bit like what I call a cash cow. I'm throwing good money after bad money. So please, take care and weigh the options up first before you actually start putting your hand in your pocket and start dealing your money out, okay? That's what I have to say to you. And where I've said dealing your money out as well, I believe that's somebody here on the earth plane that likes to do a bit of a gamble, and they're on the roulette tables because that's what he puts in front of me as well. casino type conditions, that's where I need to be. So whether they're doing it online or whether you're aware of it or not, I don't know, but that's what he puts in front of me, and that's what I'm going to mention to you. The name of Peter also comes in, and the name of Andrew or Andrews as a surname. So I'm going to give you that as well. So just remember, I brought that forward. If it resonates, it does. It's absolutely brilliant if it does. But just remember, I brought that forward. But just caution where your money is. Right, so the card I chose was number 71. Okay, so there's the card I've chosen, and it's the scales, right? So as I look at this, I do know there's connections with magistrates courts or something to do with the court system, okay? And I believe as well there's a situation where I'm tying myself up in knots over this. I've given myself stomach ache and cramps just the thought of it. But it ties in where my finances are, and I believe somebody's doing a financial, whether I'm going to go bankrupt or declare myself bankrupt. That's what the card says to me, and that's what the connection will be within this magistrate's court, or I'm declaring myself bankrupt because I can't afford everything. I've got too much going out and not enough coming in. So that's what I feel as though I need to say with the card, the number 71. But I'm also going to say as well, as I look at the card, I believe there's a tug of war going on where a relationship is as well. And I believe it's to do where kids are, okay? I believe it's where kids are. There's a tug of war, and that's what I'm linking in with here, and that's what I need to say. I either need the name of Heather. Heather, the name Heather comes out as well. So whether I want to be up Scotland way or I want that name of Heather, that's where I'm bringing forward. But I do know you've got to cut your losses where a business or whether work's concerned or my finances. Cut your losses and start again. That's what I have to say, okay? May month and the number 17 is really significant as well. That's what I have to say with that. So I'm going to put that card back in the pack. I'm going to thank this gentleman for coming forward there. I'm smiling, just behave yourself. Right, so I need the name of Tommy. And I know Tommy is a really familiar name as well. But this gentleman comes in and he pulls his braces, and it's like rock on, Tommy. That's what I have to say to you, okay? And that's how he brings her in. Right. We've got time for one more, my loves. One more. Right. Who can understand the name of Gwen? Gwen. I need the name of Gwen. Who can understand Gwen, please? Spelled Gwen. 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 I need the name of Gwen. Nobody answering me at the minute. Please answer me. I do have the name of Gwen, and she is spirit side of life. I feel quite frail with her. I didn't. Right. Oh. Oh. Tip my cards upside down. Does anybody understand Gwen? Yeah or nay? Feed's all stopped. Somebody feed the donkey. Right, I need the name of Gwen, please. I'm shouting out for the name of Gwen. Somebody who's watching can understand Gwen. Right, Shelley Baker, you can take Gwen. Stacey, you can take Gwen. Lucy, you can take Gwen. Right, where Gwen is, okay, please listen on, folks. Hi, Paula, you as well. Right, so please listen. Right, so where Gwen's concerned, the condition she puts on me, and I want it here on the earth plane, I believe somebody has been suffering here on the earth plane with either appendicitis or that type of condition, and I want gynecology type conditions, tubes, whatever they call them, I don't know what they call them, it's gone out my head. But that's how I feel. I feel as though I've got a stitch and it's on my left-hand side, okay? And I feel quite uncomfortable with this. So whether I'm suffering with appendicitis or something wrong with my left-hand side, okay? My anatomy. That's what I need to say. And that's what this lady puts on me. So if any of you ladies can understand that, give us a yes, give us a no. Either way, just answer me and then I can move it on. If you can't, that's fine. I don't mind. But this is a condition she puts on me, okay? And that's what I have to say to you. See, we've stopped now. The feed's all stopped. Come on, move it up. Move it up, move it up, move it up. Right. Right, Shelley, you said no. It's more than a 10-second time delay on this tonight, isn't it? I'm sat here counting them. I have IBS. Right, so Stacey, you have IBS. Paul and Murray, you say no. Shelley Baker, you say no. Brilliant. Right. So Stacey, we'll stick with you for the minute, okay? This lady tells me, and as she puts that condition around me, I am going to say lots of love and healing where it's needed, okay? I have to bring that forward. And I am going to say to you as well, Stacey, please, she talks about where, she talks about where there's a situation where you feel like you just want to give up, you just want to chuck the towel in, and it's as if you say, well, I've had enough, I can't take no more. If that makes sense to you, give us a yes. Before I go any further, but that's how she brings it in. August month comes in as well, and I believe I have to mention the August month because I feel as though it really, really is significant where the August month is. But I also believe as well, as this lady steps forward, she talks about putting glasses on my face, even though I've got some glasses on my face. So whether I've got somebody behind me as well as this lady, because I can't even bring myself to look at the laptop or the iPad, I believe I had a problem with my eyes, whether I was going blind or I was blind. That's how I feel, okay? So if that makes sense to you, please give us a yes down the bottom. If it doesn't, just say no. But that's how I feel. That's how she makes me feel, where my eyes, I feel as though whether I wore the glasses or not, it didn't really make any difference because I couldn't see anyway, okay? But she says to me where the situation is where I feel like I need to throw the towel in or I just want to throw the towel in. She's saying, don't just give up. Don't just give up just yet, okay? Thank you, Stacey. Don't give up just yet. That's what she says to me. Would you understand as well, Stacey, why she talks about a koala bear? There's a connection or memories to a koala bear. So whether I want to go where the koalas are, Australia, or I've got a koala bear as a memory, she brings that in, okay? I have to mention that. She comes in with a great deal of love and she comes in with the strength. She's saying, I have to give her that strength. She talks about where you're not eating properly and you're missing your meals, okay? She talks about that as well. But she's saying you must start looking after yourself. She tells me you're a born worrier and you think you can help everybody, but you've got to start helping yourself first before you can help anybody else. Okay? Because all I can hear is, what about me? What about me? I have to acknowledge your birthday, that's just gone as well. I have to acknowledge that. I don't know what part we're saying no to because I'm just reeling it off here, Stacey. Just remember what I'm saying to you, my love, okay? So whether you're saying no to the blindness, is that correct? Is that what you're saying no to me for? Just tell me which part you're saying no for. I'll hang on 2 seconds and then I'll have to start keep galloping because I can't keep hold much longer. That's how I feel. The card I chose was number 10. There's the card, and it's a union card, okay? So I am going to talk where relationships are concerned. So who chose number 10? It's all to do where my relationships are and where things will change and alter for the better. I do believe it has been an upward struggle where relationships are, and I do believe I have separated, or where a relationship is, I've parted the ways for a short. Oh, you kind of know. The koala. All right, that's fine. Just remember I've mentioned the koala. So my relationships, okay? I believe there's going to be a separation where a relationship is concerned, and I believe it could be the making or the breaking of us, okay? So in other words, we need a bit of time apart to sort things out and to settle things down and then come back together and then talk things over. But I believe it's been really, really difficult where relationships are concerned, and there's only so much you can do within any relationship. But I do believe there has been lots of obstacles, lots of hurdles for you to climb over, and you've had more than your fair share. There's been an awful lot of tears shed within the last 9 to 10 months. Lots and lots of tears here. Lots of tears. I'm going to throw this name at you, and if it's wrong, I'll take it straight back. But I need the name of Lewis. Lewis. That's what I'm being given, and that's what I'm shown. And I don't know where I want to be with the name of Lewis, but I know I'm being given that. But I am going to say to you where this relationship is, things will settle. Okay, things will settle, but you just need to sort things out in a reasonable manner. That's what I have to say to you. So I am going to leave that card with you and the number 10, and I'm going to say thank you very much for communicating with me there. Right, folks, what time are we on? Right, so we're on 56 minutes. So if anybody would like to ask me one question, what would it be? You've got 4 minutes to ask it, and I've got a minute to answer you. So there's something different for tonight to finish off with. If you've got a question for me, first one to ask the question is the first one who'll get the answer. So if you've got a question, stick it in there. If you haven't, you haven't. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have finished. That's your last reading for tonight. But like I said, if you'd like to ask me a question just before we conk out of time, it's entirely up to you. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'll be back on tomorrow, but starting from next week, Gemma, your mum is absolutely fine, my love. Spirit Side of Life, they have a ball this side. Oh, Vicky, that's a hard one because he wouldn't agree to disagree. Argumentative is want of a better word. He would have to stick his Pennethworth in, okay? Lisa Brown does Spirit Sage. It depends, my love. Sometimes when when people pass Spirit Side of Life, they'll grow to an age where they feel more comfortable or what they I'm sorry, I'm just reading that comment there. To what they feel more comfortable as. So say for instance, if they pass Spirit Side of Life, if they were 10-year-old and they wanted to be 21, they would grow to the age of 21. So yes, they do age, but it depends what age they can choose, how old they get or how young they want to be, if that answers your question. Saffron, your dad comes round you quite often, my lovely, and you are quite aware of his presence. You do sense in there at times, and I do feel as though it's more of a coldness, what you sense. They're all free readings and a banshee, but yeah, you're supposed to pick a card. Who was around you, Alison? Oh, I don't know, my lovely. I'm going to say more or less it's a female presence that's around you. Do people go past straight to spirit? Hang on, I'm just reading some others there. It depends, Beverly, what they pass with. Some people are a little bit more robust, if that makes sense. So if you've passed really, really suddenly, say for instance, if we pass with a massive heart attack and we go Spirit Side of Life, they're still in a little bit of shock, whether they're here or whether they're there. So it's what I class as we go to the healing hospital, and once we're healed, then we can come back and speak to people like myself. So it depends on the individual. If they, if they're full of fun when they were here, or how they were, what their personality was. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll hang about on the earth plane till they decide they want to go. Okay, if that makes sense to you. One there. You're very welcome, Lisa. God, my eyes are going cockeyed now. Who was around you a couple of days ago? I don't know, Lucy. I couldn't answer that personally. Not really, Banshee. I don't want you to share my channel. These are all free readings where I do on here. So no, thank you. Hi, Jack, Jeannie G. So we're about nearly finished now, folks. So if you've got one more question for me, Gemma, your dad's absolutely fine, my love, absolutely fine. So everybody, if you've got one more question, that's fine, Banshee. Right, we switched over. Gemma, you jumped over on the other side. You're going to my iPads now. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'll be back again tomorrow, but next week I'm going to do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, I won't be every evening as I've been doing because it can get a bit too much at times, and especially when you're working. So we're going to go 3 nights next week: Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. So all I can say to you folks is thank you very, very much. Right, we'll get the outcome. Right. I certainly will. Thank you very much for joining me. And I'll see you all again tomorrow night. And I just hope you've enjoyed yourselves. And like I said, tonight's been just that little bit different. The pearly gates, Beverly. I don't know. I don't believe there's gates there at all because God doesn't judge you. Nobody judges you because nobody's got a right to judge. So I don't believe there's gates there. There might be gates in heaven, in hell, but not in heaven. Um, but no, I don't think there's gates in heaven. The doors are always open. Okay, that's the way I believe it. Julianne, you're too late, darling. We're just finishing off, but thank you very much for clicking in. So I'll see you all again tomorrow night. Tonight's been just a little bit different, the last couple of minutes where you can ask us a question, and we can do that again tomorrow night if you like. Because sometimes it's nice just to, if you have a question and you would like to ask it, if I've got an answer, I'll give you it. And again, it's just my opinion. Other people have different opinions. I can only give you mine. So once again, folks, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you all again tomorrow night. So, ta-ra for now.